They are running out of electricity, and so they are protesting against America and its embargo. For the last 4 months, Cubans have been cut off from their traditional lifeline, Venezuelan oil, in what looks like Washington's attempt at regime change, in what it's always regarded as its backyard.
We have gone more than 40 hours without electricity. I live in a community where there are many elderly people, many of them bedridden. Food is going bad inside refrigerators. That's the little food which can actually be bought.
America's domino theory was that Cuba's 1959 revolution would eventually flip all of Latin America communist. But now Donald Trump, who was flying back from China on Friday, is trying to flip Cuba capitalism's way instead.
You talk about a declining country. They are really a nation or a country in decline. So we're going to see. We have a lot to talk about on Cuba, but not maybe for tonight.
The president sent his CIA director, John Ratcliffe, to Havana this week, America's chief spy, demanding what the agency called fundamental changes, with US officials not ruling out the use of force. The faces of US intelligence officers were blurred in what is otherwise a blatant return to the politics of the Cold War.
It's my personal opinion. You cannot change the economic trajectory of Cuba as long as the people who are in charge of it now are in charge of it. That's what's going to have to change, because these people are proven incapable. I hope I'm wrong. We'll give them a chance. But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to be able to change the trajectory of Cuba as long as these people are in charge in that regime.
Raul Castro still dresses like a Cuban revolutionary, even though he's about to turn 95 next month. The Americans are talking to his bodyguard, wearing blue in the middle here. That's also Raul Castro's grandson. But prosecutors in Florida are also threatening to indict the old man to face trial in the United States, as they did before capturing Venezuela's president earlier this year.
The message to the Cubans is very clear that a similar situation could arise with Raul Castro being under indictment and potentially extradited. So the message to the Cubans is clear. The pressure is on. A timeline's been delivered. And now it's going to be up to the Cubans as to whether or not they comply.
It seems unlikely that US Special Forces really would mount an operation to capture a frail 95-year-old. But what is becoming clearer is that Cuba could well be living on borrowed time. The Americans are not demanding this Caribbean island transition to democracy. But these departing CIA officers are tasked with changing Cuba's leadership to open it up to American companies, and giving President Trump, their boss, the kind of geopolitical success which Iran has so far denied him.